It's the right temperatures. It's the right, time. And the process has to be right. So it just took a long time, hundreds of batches to get that. So most of, what I like to say is most of how my degree helped this was at the PhD, your main training is how to get over failure and continue going, even though there's like no hope. Because it's 5 years of just trying to get something to work.
So it took 5 years?
Well, for a PhD. This was only a year and a half. It was fine.
But yeah, because it's crazy. Like, I mean, if you boil or if you steep teas at certain temperatures or too long or too it messes it all up. I worked at a tea house.
Oh, sweet.
Holy fuck! You're part of this episode. I'm putting this down.
I worked at the Boulder Duchambe tea house when I first moved out here.
Oh, no. Yeah, that's awesome.
So I had to learn all sorts of shit about tea.
Yeah, so making this product not bitter.
Yeah.
Right? So tea...
Especially like green tea.
Tea goes to bitter, and hops are super bitter.
Right.
Right? So making it not bitter without sugar, that was the magic Andrew figured out.
And y'all from the beginning, you never wanted to use any added sugar in your product?
That was we thought we could do it, and we were stubborn enough to hold out until that happened. That was it. We talked about launching a year earlier with sugar. We're like, this will still be good, but it won't be as good. So we'll just hold out.
Yeah. If you want a sugary drink, get a Coca-Cola.
Right, totally.
Yeah.
Or in Arizona, trying to get into that market where I swear to God, I drink those on occasion. I'm not one to shy away from a $1 cocktail. What's it called? Or whatever. Mixer. Or tea. Whatever y'all call them. But yeah, so adding sugar kind of takes away from what y'all are kind of going for as well.
Totally.
Y'all resemble Boulder, I feel, very well. Coming up with your own zigging when everyone else is zagged, as well as making your bones, picking yourself up off the ground and keep grinding, as well as you still get to be children. You mentioned occasional throwing the bee. You still get to Peter Pan it on occasion.
Totally.
So, Andrew, I asked Dean this earlier. Do you also ride your bike to work?
I haven't yet.
Okay.
Just hold it out.
In the future.
I'm working my way up to it.
As someone who doesn't like to work out, I support that.
It's no, I rollerblade. Sweet.
Dude, what a fucking dunk that would have been.
Too bad. You should have just said that.
I'm getting rollerblades for the spring, guys.
Okay, so we finally get out here to Boulder, and then you guys, timeline-wise, you guys start doing local farmers markets first?
Yeah.
How did it? Yeah. So after the 18 months, you started tagging it in cups, or what'd you do? Put it in the Buffalo Wild Wings bags? What were y'all putting it in? Did y'all have a canning machine in the garage also?
We're like, crap, we got to design there's just so much to getting something out there on the market beyond making a good liquid that we learned. So that was 6 months of figuring all that crap out. And then we launched it at farmers market, and it was just is anyone going to pay money for this? That was the open question first day. We had no idea.
People will pay money for anything.
People
pay money for bottled water.
Yeah.
So
I pay for just nudes to be sent to me on a regular basis. It makes me feel good about myself.
But those things both bring you value, and we didn't know if the thing that we had brought anyone value.
Right? Okay, because your friends were just oh yeah, this shit's great, and then behind your back they're like, holy shit.
Totally, we didn't know.
Yeah, that's our podcast. Our friends tell us that all the time. Yeah, I listen to every episode.
Dean and Andrew are gonna fail huge.
Well, it's funny. We had my wife and I had friends that they took her after trying the product before launch. They took her aside and they're like, "We think that he should do something else."
Oh man, just what a bunch of suckers,
dude! That is fucking gold. They were like, "Hey, y'all didn't invest too much in this."
Yeah,
right?
yeah. You're like, you have other ideas, right? And I'm
about being a writer.
I'm mortgaged the house.
Maybe our market's a little younger. I think it'll be okay.
And so how did you, I guess the farmer's market and the being in Boulder helps you kind of be in your niche or niche, whatever the term is. But you kind of found it was a younger demographic, the folks that care more about their bodies that are enjoying this drink more.
Yeah, and the other thing was they drank the crap out of LaCroix the past decade, and so all their palates are ready for no sugar. And that's what we learned at the farmer's market is we saw these kids that were like, this is amazing. Right, we say under 33, it's like 99% love. this product.
I mean, it jacks you up a little bit, and I mean, it's refreshing, cold or room temperature. And if you choose to do other things with it, blend it with other stuff, it's fantastic as well. It really hits on all those indicators. It's better for you than LaCroix. And LaCroix tastes like a sock.
LaCroix's gross. Let's be honest.
I'm 35 and I love it.
Oh, yeah. So
I'm a little bit above.
You're old as shit. Are you really 35?
No. I just made that up to make these guys happy.
This is awkward, man. We got to get out of here.
No, so then like farmers markets, people freaking love this, and then they're like, hey, I want more of this, and then where do we go? How did we get into like where we are now?
Right. So Whole Foods picked it up. So
how did that happen?
It's
like you don't just get an email from Whole Foods saying, "Hey, fellas,
there's a step in between there. Where did y'all go from South Pearl to Whole Foods?"
So that's the magic of Boulder. So this natural food community connects people up. There's there's like meetups and stuff. There's this group called Naturally Boulder, and you just like meet people through these events, and yeah, I mean, we just got connected to Whole Foods. New product, people were talking about it, and we got the meeting, and they loved us, and they brought it in to Colorado and Utah and the other Rocky Mountain states.
Where did you have to go for the Whole Foods meeting? Austin?
No, it was here. So it was a regional meeting, and they're amazing, and they love finding local brands that are like standouts, and so so that happened month 4.
We should start a Whole Foods podcast. Whole Foods, if you're listening, reach out to us. First of all, too, so what's the spread?
Local. We're trying to think local.
Whole Foods is think local, act globally. So anyways, I don't know what I was going with there.
Genius.
So what's the spread like at the Whole Foods meeting? I mean, they got to have a pretty decent spread.
And what's the crowd like? Is it really crunchy? Like, how many dreads are there? How many people don't bathe?
So they're all great, and they all bathe. To my experience, can't guarantee that though.
I'm just picturing like all these people coming together to eat like granola in one room. That's why I asked. And a regional meeting from Boulder, Colorado.
Yeah, you got to give a stellar PowerPoint.
Yeah.
It's not dramatically off, but they're great folks, and so no, it was just the buyer, the single buyer for the region. He's like, this is amazing, I'm going to bring it in, let's do it. And it's like that's the start of the story, that's not the end of the story. Like the magic was we put it on shelf and people bought it, and like that's the thing that worked. And if that didn't happen, like we'd probably still be on shelf in Colorado, and people like we'd have a following and stuff, but people bought it like crazy. And Austin, the global
another
office,
hip city,
picked us, caught wind of it, and they brought us in August of last year.
Have y'all hit up Nashville yet? Have y'all hit the Nashville Whole Foods scene? Because I feel like we are like three sisters, and how the expansion of like not only the target markets, demos, the boom of small unemployment rate, a lot of young folks. Just putting a seed in your ear. If it's
totally. Well, we've been there. I mean, we haven't. I've been there. We haven't been there with this product, but it sells like crazy in those stores in Nashville. I mean, you're spot on. Like it's doing great. But
I'm here if y'all need me to do marketing purposes. Y'all just say the word.
I mean, we're in.
We're idiots, so we just kind of go by the flow. That sounds fantastic. So y'all have had to probably do a shift from gear 3 almost to 5. Had to pass 4 and just go straight on.
It was like 1 to 3 to 7. If I had to be honest, and we're trying to do our best. I mean, like we, basically there's many periods of time in our short, long, whatever 20-month history where Andrew's told me I have to stop selling the product because we just have to figure out how to make enough of it.
Well, when he got this meeting with Whole Foods, we were in a farmer's market. We were in like 3 other stores, and at the time we were still almost all the cans we were making was 1 can at a time by hand, and then we were just doing the math like how many thousands of cans we needed, and we're like, oh man. So and then you think about where we're in Whole Foods in that region, we were making as much in a month as right now we make in a day here at this brewery.
Oh shit,
dude, that's fucking wild.
So hold on, right after this meeting with Whole Foods, were y'all both just like, holy shit, this is real?
We went down the Boulder Creek, He was telling me about the meeting.
Oh,
I believe.
I don't really remember that too well, but we were very much like, holy shit.
Yeah.
And this is coming to fruition. Like it's happening. It's this is so much better than pond scum.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, most things are.
I would have called back those two people that doubted us and been like, "Hey, it's just picked us up."
I mean, they're still friends. They know the errors of their ways. They know what they did.
Yeah. I bet they're kicking themselves. Like, we could have just been silent.
Hindsight is 20/20.
Yeah.
All right. So now we're in Whole Foods. Now we're in gear like 7.
How's the day today, guys? I see y'all are changing out fermentation tanks as we
nailed it.
Thank
you.
you.
Look at you.
Did you see how it took me a second?
That was
thought before I
so
spoke.
good. That was so good.
Apparently, people do that. They think before they speak. Sometimes, not here, not I. All right, so we have a lot going on. Y'all have a tap room out here. We're open Friday and Saturday for folks to come dick around, hang out, have a tea. But y'all have a lot going on behind the scenes. Tell us a little bit about the changes. You're like a 13-year-old girl. Tell us about your changes.
Where do I start? Like 4 to 15 employees in the past year. Like it's been crazy to grow that. And,
Hell yeah!
And just like finding equipment, finding partners. Like there's just so much to putting a food product out there across the country that we didn't know about. We had no idea what we were getting into, and it's been fun. It's like very much a thing that we're lucky we've found great people to be on our team, but like because we were not in shape to do it ourselves, and it's we're just trying to figure out what's next.
I understand completely. We know ever too well how when a brand blows up and just goes viral.
So one thing I want to know with y'all like growing so big too, you got to be constantly testing new flavors and things like that. I mean, I'm sure you always have staples, but do you have like kind of like a lab where you're, like what's have you tried like
that was a great question. You could have left
tea?
it there.
Yeah,
that was a great question.
That would be expensive, but we've certainly talked about it. It's been tough recently because we've been going kind of like flat out as fast as we can in production right now. Behind the scenes we're doing a little bit of product testing.
R&D is what we like to call it in the industry.
When we started out at the farmers market, we were coming up with a new thing on tap every week or two, because we didn't really have anything else going on.
It was just Gatorade buckets full of flavor.
Yeah, right.
That's all
but yeah, I mean, this Hoplamousse that just came out, that happened pretty fast because it just tasted great, and we were like, yeah, we should put grapefruit in this tea.
It slaps hard for the folks that don't know, that are listening. When you go into your Whole Foods, because you know that you can get it there, it's a reliable source. It'll be flying off the stores and shelves in Denver because of this badass podcast. But this Hoplamousse one is fire, and it's a relatively new guy, right?
Yeah, just launched like a week ago, more or less. I mean, online like 2 months ago, but in stores like a week ago.
Hell yeah! So I recommend it. It's a perfect mixer.
That's what I was about to say. A good ginger. Have you guys tried like ginger with anything?
It's something we've talked about.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, it's like there's a lot of ideas out there. Like where it's just, I'm so freaking ADD. Like I want to try something new every like 3 days, and I've learned that like no, that's not actually the right idea. Unfortunately.
So does Andrew kind of hold that balance?
He tries the best he can.
Just expense it. Just buy a bunch of tea.
It's like, Andrew, I just tried this. We got to try it, dude. We can do it.
So there's a lot of that.
What if he brewed this one, but with butterflies? I don't know. I don't even know what the fuck.
Butterfly. Yeah, it wouldn't be vegan though.
Yeah, it wouldn't be vegan.
Wait, is it vegan right now?
It is.
Yeah.
What? Wait, yeah, of course it's vegan. Why would it be? What teas are not vegan?
No, butterfly teas.
Good point. Stupid kid. All right. So, how many flavors are we working with on the shelves right now? As we're not R&Ding actively, but how many are we putting out there?
It was like 6.
Nice.
So, and it's a good number. We're set for a little bit. We're going to play around with a couple things, but we're pretty happy with where it's at. It's just more about like getting more people to know about it, because it's. I mean, we try to embrace the weird. Like, it's a weird flavor. Like, we own that fact. Like, it's not something you're used to. And we're like, how do we get people to get psyched about this?
Put it closer to you. Don't be scared.
Get psyched about this weird, funky thing that we made.
I think it's great. And I think also in this part, definitely out here in Denver and in Boulder, a lot of tea drinkers.
Yeah, I feel like you're in the right, not only place for a startup to be, but also for a vegan tea to be. I mean, like if you're going to be in somewhere, it's either here, like Asheville, like those are the two communities here in Colorado that would do